So I'm recording before I listen to anything because Michael's about to call me because he's getting off work early because he just says it's a shit day. So I'm gonna record now because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna talk to him up until the point I get to school. Yesterday was really fun. I listened to 2 podcasts actually last night, so I wanted to talk about those. The Jenna and Julian podcast, one of my favorite podcasts ever. They talked about different challenges, like they would come up with a challenge name, and the other 2 people, because it was Jenna, Julian, and then Jackie, or Jack, he's a Viner. They came up with the 2 other people. So one person came up with the name, and the 2 other people came up with what the challenge was, based on the name. It was really funny. So, here's what I'm thinking about doing. You guys give me a name of a challenge. It can be a made-up challenge or not, and I will do the challenge, whatever I think it is, unless it's already a challenge on YouTube. Of course, I'm gonna look it up before. This truck is going really slow. Okay, wow. So, just let me know, and I will definitely do it. But I did want to talk about a project I watched. So we headed to the visual projects, which you guys know. And one of the projects really got to, actually 2 of them really got to me. One, I really connected deeply because it was about her father, and then the other one was just beautifully done, one. And it's not even it's like just the story of the confusion and the struggle and thinking something's wrong but it feels right. It was beautifully done, and I want her in my group. She's not in my section, so yeah, but it was beautifully done, and I give her props. Beautiful. So, well, I'm not the only one with editing skills, though. She did really good editing in it. So it says I should get to school at 12, which is good because I don't start class until 1:30. And that's all I really talked about in the podcast was the challenges. And then he does this thing on his Vine where he was bored in traffic, so he was looking at people's license plates and he was making up like how they would sound, which was really funny. I was dying. And that's it. Almost killed someone today already. My day just started because one of Michael's exes, decided to text him, and he says I don't know who this ex is, but I know plenty of people with that name. And so I texted my best friend Ty, as you all know who Ty is. Well, you guys don't really know who he is, but you know who he is because I talk about him. Ty, I texted him, I was like, you might need to kill a bitch for me. He's like, why? I was like, or no, he said LOL, who? I was like, one of Michael's exes. He's like, which one? I was like, I don't know her name. I don't have a name yet. And then I got a name, and I told him, and he's like, So that happened. But, guys, I don't show it. Michael, I'm sorry. I am crazy. I am a crazy bitch. When I'm jealous, I get crazy. Like Michael, he gets jealous and he gets dramatic. When I get jealous, I go crazy. So, yeah. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me or my man. But he blocked her because he's loyal as fuck. And he's the best boyfriend in the world, and I love him to death. But I did get to see Ami yesterday, my close friend from Japan. But I got home at like 9-ish, almost close to 10. Yeah, probably gonna be the same time today because I'm gonna stay there and do some homework because I have an essay thingy type thing to write. So I have to write that tonight. So I'm probably gonna stay at the school so I don't have to hit traffic. I always feel weird at the school, like, because I always feel like I'm in a rush to get things done. I don't know why. I have to stop thinking that. I think it's because of the caffeine. Maybe that's what it is. Might be the caffeine. But I did get paid tomorrow, which is great. And Michael should be calling me here soon. But I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys in the next clip, which is tomorrow. So, I just listened to one podcast. Today there's not that much traffic, just for the fact that I don't have I left really early because I have to be at class at 8:30. So I left at 4:30 because Starbucks doesn't open till 4:30. So that happened today. And of course, when I start recording, I start speeding up. I don't know how that works, but it does. I have a group for my project because yesterday, instead of just, so we had yesterday for class, we set up a light. Like, we learned how to set up lights and different ways to shade and everything. And the partner I had, he already had a group, and we kind of work really well together, actually, which is crazy because I think I'm really, like, bossy. But I think we have like a good mesh when it comes to working, like how my other group did. Like, we had like my group from last month, we had a really good mesh when it came to working together. And I think I'm gonna have that same mesh with this group, which is great because the female in their group kind of like ditched them. But I'm not saying I'm replacing them. I'm replacing her as the female in the group, but I'm probably gonna be the leader of the group just because I am a dominant person when it comes to groups. Which is not true when it comes to friend groups, but when it comes to getting shit done, I'm the dominant one normally. Boyfriend wasn't too happy about me like hanging out with these guys because they are guys, but yeah, but he also had a shit day, like I told you guys. Yeah, like I told you guys in the last clip, he had a shit day. So it's kind of my bad. My boyfriend's really confusing. He's really hard to read. Like, I think I'm pretty easy to read, because he reads me pretty well, but that might just because he knows me really well. He's a little harder to read, just because he's been through a lot more shit than I have. So, but we got through it. We're good, I think. I don't know. It's always hard to tell when we're good or not. It really is. So the sun's not out, and it's almost 6 o'clock. I feel like the sun should be out. But I think daylight savings is about to start, where we're definitely going to go back an hour. So that means the sun's going to come out way later. So I'm going to be driving in the dark a lot more. So I'm sorry. You guys are going to be a lot more darker clips, probably. But other than that, nothing has happened. I finished my homework. The podcast I listened to talked a lot about gay pride stuff, and then it talked about a rape that happened that I didn't even know about, but this is why I listened to podcasts, even though it's a couple months later. Rape that happened, it lasted like 20 minutes, and the guy only went to jail for 6 months, and I was like, that doesn't seem right. I feel like every minute should be a month, so he should be going for 20 months, and I still feel like that wouldn't be enough, but every minute you rape someone, you go for a month. Like, that's how I see it. But how long is 20 weeks? No, that's 4 months. So I don't know. It was, and like the way that I believe exactly what it was, a Lee Newton and Elliot Morgan podcast, Shooting Stars. And the way that they were like, it's not even the kid's fault. Like, it's the dad. It's the people that raised him to, like, think like that. Because I guess the dad put out a statement, like, saying, oh, it was a 20-minute mistake. Like, it was just a mistake. He didn't mean to do it. Like, what do you mean he didn't mean to rape her for 20 minutes? What? And I really believe that it is the parents. It's the society and the parents that make men think that women are sex objects, and if we don't give them sex, they have to take it. Like, I do believe that, and that's why I don't, like, yes, I will dress up, I'll look cute, boyfriend calls me sexy all the time, but I don't have to show him or go an extra mile to do that. He's always thought I was sexy, even in middle school, when I was, like, had no boobs, and, like, I was just personality. Like, that's why I love my boyfriend. Half the people I know think I'm sexy because of my body. He thinks I'm sexy because of my body and, like, everything else. Like, that's why I love my boyfriend. The way our society is set up, females are raised to believe, if they're raised wrong, that we're sex objects. My mom told me when I was growing up. Like, after, I think it was, like, when I hit middle school, like, before I moved away. Or, no, I think it was, like, when I started dating people, or, like, saying they were my boyfriend. Like, in high school, she was like, people are gonna try and take advantage of you. People or guys just think we're sex objects. And she told me, and I was like, okay, that's why I didn't lose my virginity until I was 18. Like, I felt like you should, this is what I'm gonna say. This is exactly what I told my best friend Tati when she was thinking about losing her virginity. I was like, don't lose it if you feel pressured. Lose it because, one, you trust the person you're losing it to, and you believe you're ready. Like, if you're just doing it to get it over with, then it's not the right time. Ever. If you do something just to get it over with, then there's a problem. That's why I've never smoked weed before. That's why I've never smoked cigarettes. Because it's not something that I've urged to do. Like drinking, yes, I had the urge to do. One, a little bit of peer pressure. I think that's the only thing I've been peer pressured to do was drink. But that was in freshman year when I was like stupid and everything. But we as a society put peer pressure on females to look great. And we have this image about them. But guys are raised to believe that we are just sex objects if they're raised wrong. My brother, Romello, he's not raised that way. So he doesn't see that. He doesn't see his girlfriends as sex objects, which is great. None of my sons are going to be raised, and none of my daughters are going to be raised to think that they're only used for sex. Ever. Like, that's not the only thing that's important. At all. That's an important part of a relationship, yes. If you're not having good sex, then you probably shouldn't be in that relationship. Because sex should only be used to get closer. I don't know what just happened. Sex should only be used to get closer to someone, not to just have it. Yes, I had a time period where I was just having it because that was just a part of my time of life. Yes, people go through those phases where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna have sex with whoever I run into. Yes, that shit happens. But sometimes you need those experiences to get on with life. Like, I feel like if I didn't have that experience, then I don't think I would cherish sex as much as I do now. I guess is what I'm trying to say. But that's my little rant for the week. Is this thing about whole rape and sex objects. I don't know. I just don't like how our society is. I feel like it's just stupid. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, because I just think our society is just so stupid. We're raised to believe all this shit, and it's messed the fuck up. One, it's messed the fuck up how our society is, and I don't like it. I don't at all. It doesn't even matter what country you're in. Any country you go to, this is how we're raised. This is how the world is. No matter where you go, women are just objects, which is fucking ridiculous. But I'm not saying that's why Hillary Clinton. I'm not saying Hillary Clinton should be president to change this. No, nothing's gonna change it ever. So it sucks, but it's life. Why can't men be the sex objects? I mean, technically they could be if you're gay, and then they're considered sex objects, but it happens. Shit happens, guys. This is the society that we live in. But I'm gonna keep driving, listen to some music, get to the school. I think this is gonna be the last clip I play because it says I'll be there in like 20 minutes. So this is the last clip for the week. So I love you guys. Please subscribe. I'm gonna turn this off now because it's really bright. It's so bright in my face. Put this back. Okay, there we go. That actually, my car mount thing actually fell yesterday. It freaked me out. I was like, oh my god. What I hit. That's all I could think about. But I love you guys. This is the last clip for the week, so I love you. Please subscribe. Leave comments about everything I said in this video, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. I don't have to work this weekend. Yes. But love you guys and see you next week.